For over a year, with 4 complete seasons and 54 episodes, he has consistently told Bible stories in the most captivating, creative way via the Telling Bible Stories Weekly podcast. Now, he is bringing the experience to stage, the first of its kind, a storytelling concert. DISTORIA, a night of Bible stories with TOLA Omoniyi.
So, all of this is going on right in church, in the middle of a sermon being delivered by Jesus. Okay, right now, you're probably wondering, how did we even get here in the first place? I'll tell you the story. So, a few days ago, Jesus had healed this guy on a Sunday like today, and some of the religious leaders were not having it. They felt it was wrong, and they had made a big issue out of it. There was media outrage, and they were making plans to kill him. So he went to lay low, and he had been laying low for a few days. But you see, this moment that we're in right now is a really special one. Everybody gathers at Judea. They used to have this festival, yearly festival. Everybody travels in from around the country for this festival. So some of his brothers came to meet him and say, yo, Jesus. I know a little bit about PR and digital marketing. You see, if you want to be big, I see all the stunts you pull, you do some magic and all of that. If you want to be really big and have big gigs and have heavy Instagram followers, then you have to go to Judea. That's the New York. That's the Lagos of Nigeria. And Jesus is like, nah, it's not my time. It's not my time. You guys can go. So they left. But later on, after a while, Jesus quietly goes to this festival in Judea. Now, let me give you guys a clear picture of what Jesus was like. Jesus is like one of those controversial celebrities. Everybody knows him. Some have not even seen him before. Some have not encountered him before, but everybody knows him. Some like him, some don't like him, but everybody knows him. So by the time he gets to this festival, they were having this session in a very big auditorium. He walks in the door, and when he walks in, he can hear people talking about him. Now, this guy by one side was like, man, that Jesus guy, man, I love the guy. The guy is so charismatic. He's so good. I love him. The other guy's like, all right, you believe all that social media stunts? Guys, it's calm. And some other guy's like, no, he healed my sister. She was having terminal cancer, and he laid his hands on her. People were gossiping about Jesus. He could hear them. They didn't even know he was there. But then he just passes them and walks straight to the stage, picks up the mic, and starts to preach. He preaches a storm, like in a different way from what they'd heard all through the festival. It teaches about the law of Moses and how you can do all you can, but you cannot even fulfill the law. It talks about God being his father. It talks about different things. Controversial sermon. People were looking at him. He was answering questions. And some people were like, wait. Is that not that guy that they are trying to kill? But that's him right there talking. Why can't they catch him? Or do they know that he's the Messiah? Jesus goes on and on, delivering a powerful sermon. And when he's done, everybody goes home. Now, this festival was like a 5-day conference. So people would go home and come back, go home and come back and all of that. Now, people go home. Now, let me take a break on that and tell you about Chantel. Chantel is this fine, sexy, gorgeous-looking lady, late 20s. She's married, by the way, but she has this weakness. It's like she likes sleeping around. Let's just put it like that. And some of these religious leaders had been watching, like, this lady is up to no good. And on this night, they knew her husband was not home, And they knew she might be up to no good. So they're like, you know what we're going to do? Let's trail her. I suspect something is up. So they follow her. And they're trailing her, driving right behind her. And then she makes a detour and checks in a hotel. Aha, right. So they follow her into the hotel. She checks in, but they stay outside. They wait till the next morning. After doing their surveillance for a while, in the evening, they barge into a hotel room and whoa. They caught her red-handed having sex with another man. There was no way out of this one. So here's what they thought, right? So that Jesus that they've been trying to catch, they can actually set him up with this. Let him take him to where Jesus was preaching. Because the next day, this day, Jesus was also delivering a sermon in the same place. So here's what they did. They bundled her and then they lead her straight to the church. Jesus is there giving a sermon and they bring her right in there, bundled her right there and tell him, yo, bishop, preacher, this woman right here, she was caught in the act, adultery. Now the Constitution says we should kill her. Tell me, what do you say about this? You have to tell us something. Everywhere goes in pandemonium. Jesus looks at them, and here's what he does. Now, let me make you guys understand this. Whatever Jesus says is a setup, right? If he says, yo, kill her, they will tell him he doesn't have the right to do that because he's not the government, right? If he says don't kill her, they will say, oh, he's condoning that, right? So there's pandemonium in the whole place. And then Jesus just quotes. Mind you, Chantel is right here, embarrassed. She was not even allowed to wear her clothes. Imagine that. And so they're like, yo, say something, because he's quiet. Say something. And after a while, he stands up. And he says, okay, that's fine. You can kill her. They're shocked. He says, but the one who hasn't sinned should be the first one to do that. And when he says that, everywhere goes quiet. And it goes back to a squatting position. And people start walking away, one after the other. The older guys first, then the younger guys. The stage is getting scanty and scanty and scanty till there's nobody left but Chantel and Jesus. So he stands up. Hey, young lady, what's your name? My name is Chantel. Okay. Where are the people who brought you here? Where are your accusers? I don't know. They've all gone, sir. They've gone. And then he pulls her up. Chantel, I don't condemn you. Get up. Go home. And don't sin anymore. She hugs him so tight. Oh, that's okay, Chantel. And Chantel is free and she goes home. Hey guys, do you know the only person there that was justified to kill her, to execute her, was the person that had no sin, and that person was Jesus, and that person was the one who told her, I do not condemn you. Social media might have canceled you. The church might have canceled you. Even yourself might have canceled you. Jesus is saying, I don't cancel you. I don't cancel you. Just get up and go home. But hey, there's one more. He doesn't condemn her, but he doesn't condone the sin as well. So he says, go, but don't sin anymore. And that's just because Jesus loves you. Jesus loves Chantel. And he loves you too. God bless you guys. Thank you so much, guys. That's our story for you tonight. That's been Joshua on the keys. Thanks to Sola with that special song. Thanks to Shei behind the camera, Olufunke, Isaac, Nessa, and the whole team. And thank you to you for being a part of this one. Thank you for coming out tonight. That is just one of the many stories we have on the Telling Bible Stories podcast. We have about 60 stories so far. Somebody was wondering if the last story was in the Bible. Yes, yes, it is. Maybe not in that way, but yes, it's there. That's what we do on the Telling Bible Stories podcast. I've been your storyteller tonight. Thank you, Ecclesia Hills. My name is TOLA Omoniyi. Thank you.